Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. I'm Crystal, I'm the Crystalline Priestess. I'm an intuitive tarot reader and an astrologer, and today we are looking at the Leo new moon that is happening 16th August 2023 at 7:38 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, so do adjust that for your time zone. So my loves, we have the sun at 23 degrees Leo, we have the moon at 23 degrees Leo, we have Uranus at 23 degrees Taurus. So that is a beautiful exact square. That is the most, I think, intense aspect that we have going on with this new moon. It feels to me like it's a really powerful opportunity over this new moon to, I think, have a lot of spontaneous breakthrough sort of opportunities, if you know what I mean. So I feel like with the sun and the moon both in this square to Uranus, we also have both of them in a conjunction with Lilith and with Venus. So we are really sort of being pushed over this moon with this energy to, I think, break the mold of where we have sort of over the past few years gotten ourselves feeling a little bit stuck. The cards that we pulled for this moon is the Chariot card, the Seven of Wands, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like a lot of us, because this is Leo, I mean, clearly, obviously, the inner child is going to come up because, like I said with the last Cancer new moon reading, Leo and Cancer, they relate to the childhood. Or Cancer is the childhood, whereas Leo kind of is children. So I feel like this new moon offers us a really, really beautiful opportunity to plant seeds that our inner child would have wanted us to plant. You know what I mean? So with this square to Uranus, squares demand attention. Squares force us to make changes. They force us to do things differently. Now, Uranus being in Taurus is making us have, we're changing up our value system. We're changing up the things that we truly feel driven towards, and the things that bring us joy, and the things that bring us a sense of pleasure, you know, all these things. Uranus doesn't love to be in Taurus because Uranus is completely unstable and Taurus is the most stable sign. So this instability that we've really been moving through since Uranus has been in Taurus, and when we just had the North Node in Taurus as well, that was making things even more intense. It's really had to have it's really had us needing to pay attention to our resources. It really has had us needing to pay attention to where we're maybe slacking in effort when it comes to actually reaching for and achieving our goals. So the moon in Leo, it's asking for a whole new rebirth, a whole new chapter to begin in regards to how you're emotionally nourishing the child within you. It's about how you're taking care of yourself and how you're allowing your creativity to really shine and blossom out in the world. So with this square to Uranus, I feel like a lot of us are getting reacquainted with our creativity, especially with this chariot card coming out with the tarot. It feels like we're being very much divinely guided over this moon. We're very much in tune with the voice of spirit and what spirit is calling for us and from us. So I think if things are feeling quiet at the moment, if things are feeling a little bit, a little bit stuck, like you're not sure exactly what step to take in the next direction, the Seven of Wands is saying get quiet, because I feel like we are really, really being guided with this moon. Because we have Uranus making a square to the moon, this is spontaneous opportunities for really deep, profound understandings when in regards to our emotional health and our emotional well-being. So we might be having epiphanies about maybe certain ways that our childhood affected us emotionally and how that's, rippled out into our adult lives and rippled out into our into basically just who we've become as a person. So with the sun in Leo, with the moon in Leo, where we're being called to really stand on the stage of our lives. We're being called to really stand in our own power and to really thrive and to vibe in that essence that can only really truly be accessed by your own uniqueness, if you know what I mean. So, you know, Leo is known for taking up space. It's known for being the light in the room, you know what I mean? A Leo walks in the room and you're pretty much going to notice. So we're kind of needing to work with this energy of being noticed. With this Seven of Wands, it feels like a lot of us have wanted to sort of hide away. We haven't really wanted to be seen so much, and that's so understandable with all the crazy stuff that's been going on collectively over the past few years. A lot of us, you know, even the fact that we had all those lockdowns, what were they doing but forcing us to put ourselves away, forcing us to put ourselves in a bubble? We were being encouraged by the entire of society to put ourselves inside a bubble and to not connect with other people. So this new moon is an opportunity to get the fuck back out of that bubble and to start to connect with people, especially like-minded people, especially people who truly value what it is that you value. You know, you have similar values. We have the 10 of Pentacles. So for a lot of us, this moon is an opportunity to reconnect with the joy of our families. The funniest thing, actually, I forgot to even mention this. This new moon is literally beginning 20 minutes before we have Australia versus England's semi-final of the Women's World Cup. Like, come on. Seriously. The World Cup starts at 8 p.m. We have this full moon happening at 7:38. So, I don't know, guys. I feel like this is an exciting energy. It's just, it feels like I said, with the being on stage, like Australia especially, and I just want to say like a little note, because we do have the sun conjunct Lilith. You know, the Lilith is the feminine, so is the moon. That's feminine as well. Venus is feminine as well. This is happening on the Women's World Cup. This new moon is literally happening in the Women's World Cup. What is a new moon? But it's planting new seeds. It's new seeds for a whole new beginning. I want to say that I feel like this moon is really amplifying women's voices. I feel like women are really being seen for who they are. Let me know as well, anyone in the comments, if you want me to do like maybe a little video on the astrology of like the Matildas or some of the players, or maybe even like astrology just about Australia in general, because I'm really starting to wonder if I should start making some little videos about like just some of this astrology, because I feel like it's really interesting. I've been looking at Mackenzie Arnold's birth chart and I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm literally thinking of just doing a Mackenzie Arnold astrology video anyway, because it's just so interesting. She's going through her Saturn return tomorrow. She's going through a Saturn return at the moment, and it's just, I don't know, I feel like she's going to shine. She is just blossoming, and it makes me really happy. So anyway, side note, sorry if you guys aren't into football, but this is relevant because this is women being seen on the center stage. We still have all these critical degree planets. We have 28 degree Pluto in fucking Capricorn. We have 28 degrees South Node Libra. We have 28 degrees North Node Aries. We have 27 degrees Neptune in Pisces. This is all critical points. This is a chart that is pushing things out. You know, this is a big deal. I also wanted to say, when it comes to Australia and the World Cup, Australia has a 29 degree Aries rising, and the North Node is at 28 degrees of Aries. See how Australia's hosting the World Cup and how we're being seen in different light? Australia's just made it further than we have ever made it, men or women, in any World Cup ever. Can we just have a moment? Can we just have a moment to say, yes, astrology, you are right? And you know, when they, one of the last games they played, not the last game where they just beat France, it was, I think, Australia versus Canada. It was our Mars return. Australia has a Mars in Virgo, and they played on the day of their Mars in Virgo return. So I don't know. I just think it's really coincidental and really, really fucking cool and interesting. So I'm sorry about that detour about the football, but like I said, this is relevant because this is we just have such heavy astrology at the moment. We have so many retrogrades. We have more planets going retrogrades by the end of the year. We're going to have 6, close to 7. I think it's literally within like a few hour window that we miss out on having a 7-planet retrograde going on in our skies, which means basically almost every fucking planet is a retrograde because the sun doesn't go retrograde. So look, my nose is going crazy. Like, I'm getting so excited because this is such big stuff, you know? I just feel like the collective, we are just getting pushed further and further and further into this level up energy, and it's either level up or die. That's basically what is going on in this vibe. And that's why the Chariot's coming out, because the Chariot is saying, get the fuck out of the matrix, get the hell out of the situations that make you feel stuck, anything that is holding you back, anything that is not valuing your truest essence, because that's the thing with Leo as well. Leo is royalty. You are royalty. Like, you know, if you can't honor yourself the way you deserve to be honored, don't expect anyone else to honor you. And that's Venus. And that's Lilith. No one's going to respect you if you don't respect yourself. So this moon is about confidence, self-confidence, the confidence to take charge of your own life and to make things happen, you know, the confidence to trust in your intuition, the confidence to trust that where you're going is divinely guided, and to not let all the voices and opinions of everyone else get in the way. And this is I think this is going to be my biggest message as a tarot reader, and it makes sense because of my astrology, but my biggest message is always going to be, other people are not meant to validate you. You need to validate yourself. And I'm saying that because I'm a Libra rising and I have a Taurus South node in the 7th house, which is all Venus. All I've ever done up until this point in my life is please other people, be nice to other people, blah, 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 let them walk all over me. Oh, Crystal's so nice. You know, all that shit. It's done. It's done. And I'm saying this because Leo energy, it's fire. It's a fire sign. Fire. You know, fire is passion. Fire is driven. Fire can burn shit to the ground. Fire can be murderous. It can be a disaster. You know, fire, when it's out of control, is going to burn shit to literally to nothing. So, you know, we have to be, I feel like we're saying, like, we have to be careful with this energy because it's so intense and it's so, there's so much potential here. And it literally feels like with Lilith as well, we could turn things into a wildfire if we're not careful. If we're not valuing ourselves, if we're not, you know, taking time to rest and to recover and to recuperate and to give ourselves, with this square to Uranus, to give ourselves what it is that we really need in terms of being resource rich. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of us, we've been thinking that, you know, stability equals money, equals a house, equals all these things. And we're realizing that these things aren't permanent, no matter how permanent we think they are. And that's the lesson of Uranus and Taurus. It's showing us that things are not as permanent as we think. They're not as stable as they seem. The only home, the only stability that is true is within you. It's not external. It's not a place on planet Earth. It's it's in you. So this moon has you connecting with that, you know, finding the home within you and listening to this voice, because this voice is what's guiding this Chariot. He doesn't have any reins. He's not holding these horses. These horses are being guided by the divine. They're listening to the voice of spirit. He's taking a risk. He doesn't know if they're going to lead in the right direction or not, but he's going anyway. And this moon is the energy of going anyway. We literally just had the Sun and Venus Cazimi a few days before this moon at 20 degrees. So what happened? What inspired within you? What blew up within you? These energies are really asking you to take control of the wheel. We're in fixed energy with these planets. We have Sun, Moon, Venus, Leo. I mean, and what's it called? Lilith, Leo. 4 planets in Leo, 2 planets over here in Taurus. Fixed. You know, having our eye on the prize, getting fixed on the destination, fixed on the energy of where we're going, even if you don't know exactly what that looks like. Like I said, it's like listening to the voice of your inner child. This is the moon that allows you to really hear the voice of little you, because little you is more connected to where your destiny lies, to where you're wanting to go, to where your soul is guiding you, to where spirit is guiding you, than any other aspect of you. Your inner child is the most connected to spirit. It's the most connected to source, just like you were as a child. So this is about protecting yourself and protecting that child within you, protecting your life. The square to Uranus, because it's also making an applying square to Uranus, an applying square to Jupiter. So Jupiter at 14 degrees is moving closer and closer towards the sun. It's not going to make an exact square, but Is it? No. But at the same time, it's still bringing us a little push of positivity. It's offering us a little pick me up, if you know what I mean. Jupiter square the sun, even though it's a square and squares are a little bit more of a difficult aspect, squares always demand attention. It's Jupiter, so it's still not negative. I have this natally in my chart. I have my sun exactly square Jupiter, almost exactly. And to be honest, I'm a positive as fuck person. I always have been. I can be really negative, you know, don't get me wrong. I have my times, but generally, this bitch is high vibe. So squares can really bring a sense of optimism, and it's almost like how I said, squares demand attention. Because it's with Jupiter, we're all being forced to sort of look at things more optimistically. We're being asked to pay attention to our minds and our thoughts. What are we telling ourselves? What are we telling ourselves every day about our reality and what life that we're manifesting and what life we're creating? If you're waking up every single day and the first thought is, fuck, I hate my life. Fuck, I hate my job. Fuck, I don't want to get out of bed. You're only going to continue manifesting more of that. And whilst I completely understand that feeling, because I have been there so much, and I'm only really coming out of it now, it is a process that you have to work through yourself. You're not just going to be able to change everything overnight, but it's a gradual process. And that's the thing with fixed energy. Taurus and Leo, it's slow, especially Taurus. Taurus, fixed earth, the slowest moving sign in the zodiac. I'm a Taurus moon. Do we have to say any more? Am I consistent? Yes, I'm consistent, but I'm slow. I'm always very fucking slow to get into the mark. You know what I mean? So it's kind of just really about patience, I think, having patience with the journey, because fire as well, like Leo, we just want to go, we want to make it happen. This Chariot as well, like we really want to make it happen, but we need to learn to have the patience to let it just ride out in its own way, you know what I mean? So I wanted to pull a card from our inner child, because I would have done this anyway, but because it's Leo, it's even funner. We have the gift of giving coming out, and I love that. He's a little Christmas guy. So the gift of giving, and that's the thing about Leo. Leo energy is the biggest giver because Leo has the biggest heart. So this moon is about giving your heart to the world, giving your heart to, to the collective, because Uranus is the collective. It's rules Aquarius. It rules the collective. So how can we give our essence, our light, our love, our joy? How can we give the abundance that we have to the collective? How can we share with others and really bring light and love and abundance and peace and just prosperity to other people through, I think, just accepting ourselves as we are and relishing in the abundance of what that actually is. Because once you accept yourself and you really listen to your own spirit and your own heart and your own connection, that is abundance. You start to feel like everything is abundance. Lack will start to disappear, okay? We have heart wisdom coming out as well, and that is so Leo, it's not funny. Like I said, you guys rule the heart. So this moon is a heart activation. There could be even feelings coming up, chest pains, things like that. Pay attention to what's going on in the heart. Pay attention to how you're feeling as well. With this square to Uranus, music is really going to maybe be something that could be very helpful over this new moon. What's going on? Oh, okay. Sorry, my phone shows me when I'm getting texts and I can't help but look at them. Don't get distracted. Okay, I'm going to read you these and then we're going to finish up, my loves, because I'm surprised that I've had enough memory to film this so far at all, as it is. Okay, the gift of giving. Benny has a big heart. He gives what he can to others and only keeps what he needs. Biscuits he bakes are handed out to his friends and teachers, and he always volunteers at the Elder Burrow on weekends. Benny knows that it's important to give what he can and trusts that every little bit helps. The gifts of your generous heart are always valued and appreciated. Though you may have been struggling to allocate time or resources to charitable efforts lately, trust in your giving nature to balance the scales. Because that's the thing, a lot of us are probably feeling quite stretched for resources. And so this moon, I think, is a really beautiful opportunity to plant new seeds, to bring in more resources, especially because it's Uranus. This can happen very much spontaneously. So, don't be open, don't hold yourself off or close yoff from the possibility of really crazy, unexpected things kind of coming in and making things a little bit better. But like I said, give to receive. It's not about giving so that you can receive. It's about just giving with a light and an open heart because it feels good. Your inner child would give out of pure joy, not because they want to receive. You know what I mean? Okay. 100 tiny acts of kindness add up over time, and you have been a beacon of compassion for many years. This card asks you to continue gracefully and graciously doing the best you can with what you have. Let go of any notion that it may not be enough. Share what gifts you have regardless of their so-called worth. Your offerings will evolve and expand as your mindset shifts from scarcity to abundance. Stop. Take a moment to be deeply grateful for all that you have. Know that in time, the universe will grace you with more. Gratitude paves a direct path to abundance. By allowing yourself to receive, your capacity to give expands. Affirmation: I am deeply thankful for everything I have. The universe blesses me with all that I need to give to others. And that's the thing, the more you feel like you have and the more you feel like you have to give, the more abundant you become. So this moon really is a beautiful opportunity to, especially because it is conjunct Venus and Venus is retrograde in Leo. So we are really reestablishing healthy boundaries with resources and finances, and we're not allowing ourselves to overindulge anymore. A lot of us are being sort of recalibrated to what's healthy, in our relationships, in our work environments, in our businesses, in connections, friendships, all these things. We're really cleaning it all up. And the last card we have is Heart Wisdom. Come here. The song of Benny's heart changes every day. It can be upbeat and thump along with his happy feet. Other days it's slow and melancholy. Whatever the song, Benny knows he can always change it by tuning into a different frequency. And that's what we were saying. Your heart is big enough to embrace the world. You feel guided to help those in need and appear to have inexhaustible reserves of love for those who have been deprived or hurt. Your generous spirit has no limits, but even you can't be everywhere at once. Our souls are made to serve, but no one can be a cauldron forever. Even the great water tables beneath the earth are replenished. Heart Wisdom asks you to take a step back and listen to the urgings of your heart. Have you been pushing yourself too hard in the service of others? Have you pursued the priorities of another over your own? Giving to others at the expense of the self can hurt even the most generous of hearts. Wow. And see how both these cards are talking about giving. So don't give to the expense at the expense of yourself. Oh my God, just shut up, Krista. This card gently requests that you take care of your own heart. To be of service to others, we must first help ourselves. It can be challenging to know what's right for you when you've spent a lifetime caring for others. Begin by tuning into your heart and listening to its guidance. Place your hands over your heart. Let your shoulders drop and relax your body. We talked about that. There's going to be a lot of feelings coming up within the heart. Ask yourself what you truly want. Be honest and don't settle for cheap alternatives or easy fixes that ignore your true needs. And that's the thing too. Venus is retrograde is asking us to really get clear about what we truly want and not just a quick fix. This is not about instant gratification. With this square to Uranus, this is about long-term gratification, long-term goal setting, long-term creation. Okay. Self-care requires a willingness to delve deep into oneself and be open to new possibilities. When you feel calm and grounded in your answer and reassured of your path, you will know it is right for you. And that's why it's really important to get quiet and to listen to yourself this moon. The song of your heart is playing beneath the clamor and clangs of your cluttered mind. Tune in and listen. I quiet my mind to hear the song of my heart. The cauldron of my soul is refilled and replenished with love. I love that. And that makes so much sense. We're replenishing ourselves with love. It's authentic love, true love, beautiful love, just love, love, love. I just want to quickly read the Sabian symbol because I completely forgot about all that until right now. So give me 1 second. And if stuff dies on me, then and this video ends, then I ran out of battery. Okay, so we have 23 degrees of Leo, which is going to be 24 degrees of Leo. Okay, guys. An untidy, unkempt man. Imperturbability. Theme: judging by appearance. This symbol speaks to inner reality and to total immersion in some self-exalted task or goal. The image of an untidy, unkempt man is another of the reversed or negative symbols, and it alludes to the indifference to physical discomfort. Indifference to physical comfort, outer appearance, and opinions of others that often accompanies an obsession with a mission. The suggestion here is that whatever the individual has brought to center for his person from the outer world will be refined, developed, and poured back for the benefit of those who will accept and use it. The earliest description of this image described the figure as a yogi of transcendent powers, thereby alluding to the spiritual quality of this particular degree. Positive, at its highest, this symbol indicates unflustered finesse in handling all practical matters and a wisdom born of experience. Negative, self-obsession or slovenliness and irresponsible self-neglect. Today, the accent is on indifference to criticism. Outer appearances are ignored as the focus turns inward. Oh my God, that is so on point, especially with the Seven of Wands. The focus needs to turn inward. That's what this moon is about. It's about getting really healthily connected to the goal. I love that. Opportunity. Your greatest advantage lies in doing what has to be done without being concerned about what others think about it. Yo, what the fuck? Seriously. Bitch. Just channeling. Risk. Guard against jeopardizing your health by becoming so over-involved in your projects that you forget to take care of your basic needs. Don't push yourself beyond your limits. And that's the thing as well. Square to Jupiter, conjunction with Lilith, conjunction with Venus. It's definitely important that we take good care of our physical health and our physical vessels, and especially for my ladies out there, taking good care of your womanhood and your cycle. All those sorts of things are really coming up, because that is just such a beautiful gift that you can give to yourself, is the gift of self-care and the gift of self-nourishment, really. That's literally what this is saying. Stepping stones: interdirectedness, self-sufficiency, independence, confidence, self-assurance, self-reliance, carelessness, neglect, indifference, self-absorption, insensitivity, self-possession, and impassivity. Wow, that was cool. So that makes a lot of sense. Basically, it's just saying the worst thing, the only way you can fuck up this energy would maybe be by just being a little bit egotistical, being a little bit up yourself, being a little bit obsessed with yourself. I feel like you guys tuning into this, you're obviously not going to be some egotistical prat. You're going to be someone who actually genuinely wants to grow and evolve and expand and, believes in the equality of every single living being on this earth. I feel like it's basically just common sense, just really taking care of yourself in the healthiest high vibe ways that you can. So I'm going to leave this reading here. I love you guys so much. I really appreciate it if you are here with me. Let me know in the comments what's going on, let me know where this moon is happening for you. It's happening, what house is it in for me? Leo. It's in my 11th house. I'm a Libra rising, so it's in my 11th house of friends, which is exciting. And wishes and goal achievement. So, that really makes a lot of sense with this whole reading. So yeah, let me know where this is happening for you. Do give this video a like, a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and if it resonated, because it really helps my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, because you're motherfucking crazy. If you want to buy or book a personal reading with me, you can do that through the link in the description and head to my website. I have live readings and I have pre-recorded readings as well, and lots of other fun little things. So yeah, I'd like to thank your angels, your ancestors, your higher self, your spirit guides, and all the beautiful benevolent beings that are surrounding you in all moments, for allowing me to receive and to deliver this message and reading to you. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next reading. Yeah, the zodiac readings are going up like now. I've already filmed half of them. My computer takes so long to upload that it's really slow. So yeah, they're ready. They're just waiting. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye.